We have responsibilities, one to another. We do not each face the world alone. And the greatest of all responsibilities is that of the strong to protect the weak. The truest measure of any society is how it treats those who cannot defend or care for themselves. Each of these moral ideas is essential to democratic government, to the rule of law, to life in a humane and decent society. They are the moral creed of our country, as powerful in our time as on the day of America's founding. They are self-evident and unchanging, and sometimes even presidents need reminding that our rights come from nature and God and not from government. The founding generation secured those rights for us, and in every generation since, the best among us have defended our freedoms. They are protecting us right now. We honor them and all of our veterans, and we thank them. The right that makes all the difference now is the right to choose our own leaders. And you are entitled to the clearest possible choice, because the time for choosing is drawing near. So here is our pledge. We will not duck the tough issues. We will lead. We will not spend the next 4 years blaming others. We will take responsibility. We will not try to replace our founding principles. We will reapply our founding principles. The work ahead will be hard. These times demand the best of all of us. All of us, but we can do this. We can do this. Together, we can do this. We can get this country working again. We can get this economy growing again. We can make the safety net safe again. We can do this. Whatever your political party, let's come together for the sake of our country. Join Mitt Romney and me. Let's give this effort everything we have. Let's see this thing all the way through. Let's get this done. Thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
We can get this country working again. We can get this economy growing again. The words of Vice Presidential candidate Paul Romney as he finishes up his address to the Republican convention, joined by his family on stage now with a big pointed attack on President Obama's term, like a ship trying to sail on yesterday's wind, he said. Alan Fisher has been watching. Didn't hold back, Alan, did he?
No, he didn't. That's exactly what the base wanted. It was red meat to them, and they absolutely loved it. This was very much an ideological speech. This was appealing to the right wing of the party, and as far as Paul Ryan and the people in the hall are concerned, it struck all the right notes. Joe Watkins is with us. He's a Republican strategist. Joe, I think the cheers say it all.
Cheers do say it all. He really got the base excited tonight, but he also spoke to people at home watching who may not yet have made up their minds. For instance, young people. He said the young folks who may have been Obama supporters in 2008, if you're 20 years old and you're living at home in the same bedroom you grew up in, you ought to have a shot at a better future. And so he spoke to their hearts as well. This is a very, very good speech, and it's likely to move that bar a couple of points in terms of giving him a post-convention bounce.
Now, subliminal messages in there. He's 42, same age as John Kennedy.
Yes.
We can get this country working again.
Yes.
That's echoes of John Kennedy, some of his famous speeches.
Oh, yes. He brings youth, and he's dynamic, of course, and he's got experience. Like John Kennedy, he was elected to Congress in his 20s. John Kennedy was elected to Congress at 29. He was elected to Congress at 28. And of course now, at the age of 42, he's being nominated for the vice presidency of the United States. He was friends with a vice presidential nominee. He worked for Jack Kemp, who was Bob Dole's nominee back in 1996. He's got lots and lots of experience. He's going to be a formidable candidate.